Hello, welcome to Women in Action presented by the Student Life Media Team. My name is Shania Howard, and today I will be speaking with our First Lady of Kean University, Darlene Repollet. So to get started, we know that you have your background in corporate human resources, and we wanted to know how has your background in that area contributed to your initiatives under your role as First Lady?
I think the first thing is to talk about the First Lady position, right? And really, what does that mean? You know, in my role, which is really a voluntary role here at Kean University, I do a lot of different things on campus or traveling with the president, but other spouse partners at other universities and colleges, they may not do the same things that I do. And that's what makes a First Lady or a first spouse role unique. And then beyond that, in terms of your question, so my background for 25 plus years was corporate human resources. In human resources, if you think about that, you always have HR really should operate as a strategic partner.
Thank you for that. We know that you're not just a wife and you're not just a First Lady, but you are also a mother. So can you share with us the educational values that you have instilled into your children?
Yeah, so you're right. I'm a mom. We have two daughters, Lauren and Taylor. And growing up, clearly education was important. We both know the value of education and the importance of it and what it can mean to a person and then their family and generations. And so that's what we talk to our girls about, right? Is understanding the importance and the value of education, that everyone should have access to education, and that they need to take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of them in terms of schooling and exposure and experiences.
Yes, I agree. I think it's a sign of maturity when you accept your challenges and you say, I need help. That's something that I definitely struggle with. I don't mind helping others, but asking for help was like, no, I got it, I can do it on my own. But definitely learned in college that you cannot do it on your own. It's okay to ask for help, especially utilizing the resources here on campus. And lastly, this is kind of a bittersweet topic, but our college journey doesn't last forever, so we all have to graduate and leave at some point.
Yes.
What life lessons and career advice would you give to our students who are graduating?
Yeah, so something you just said makes me think of the first thing I would say, because I think there's two things I would say. The first is, just because you're graduating doesn't mean your learning should stop. There are so many ways of continuous learning, so keep on learning even though you're graduating. And then the second thing I would talk about is, so there's a book by, I believe his name is Harvey Coleman, and there's this concept called PI. P is for performance, the I is for image, and the E is for exposure. And it's really a career type theory. And the book written by Harvey Coleman is, I might not have the title fully correct, but it's talking about the organizational game, if you will. You know, we don't have time to do the deep dive into this particular theory of PI, but I encourage people to research it. You can just Google it, you can find it online, you can actually buy the book. It was really meaningful to me when I first started out in my career to understand that and learn that, you know, just me putting my head down, doing my job every day wasn't the only thing that was going to help me to have success in my career.
Well, that was all of our questions, First Lady. I want to thank you for taking the time to join us today and sharing your thoughts and your very valuable information that you have given to us.
Yes, thank you, and you're welcome.